Hi all, this video wasn't going to be out so soon, but I figured because I've just started doing shorts again, and this engine's probably going to feature in a fair few of them, I'd better get it out pretty quickly. So, here we are. Alright, what we got? Oh! Yes! Hello everybody. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to show you why I've bought my new engine by reviewing my old Small Prairie. Okay, so it's a lemur, obviously, and because it's a lemur, it's not very detailed, obviously. Okay, let's get on to the running test. So I'm going to give it a bit of power, and it's stalled. Stalled again. It's stalled again. I think you can see the problem, which is why I bought this. Okay, so despite the misleading packaging, this engine isn't actually Great Western Green. So if I open it up, you'll see that I have in fact bought it as a direct replacement for the lemur. There it is. It's number 4560. It's BR black with the early crest, and we're going to give it a bit of a review. So I bought this thing for £55 on Hatton's. It was like that because it has worn out paintwork. You can see little scratches on the railings, and obviously the BR logo looks a little bit worn, but I think that's a very reasonable price, depending on how it runs, which we're going to see in a minute. But let's get it onto the track so I can show you the immense detail that's on this model for the price that I got it. Okay, so I'm going to carefully lift it out. This model is a big improvement on the Bachmann one. No, on the Lima one. Getting confused between my small prairies because they're so similar. Gonna see if we can put it on the track. Yep, that is on the track. Ooh, the first thing I'm noticing is sprung buffers. So that's very good. The next thing I'm noticing is those chunky connecting rods. They look amazing. A sign of wear and tear that's usually easy to spot on most BR models, which I can't find on this one, is any sort of issue with the front details like the smokebox number or the shed allocation, both of which seem to be in perfectly good nick on this model. The British Railways logo looking fine as well. I've just had a look through the packaging, but I can't find any indication as to how old this model is. Bachmann still make the Small Prairies, but whether or not the design has been revised and or retooled, I don't know. But even so, it still looks more or less like a new model, despite the sort of paint scratching, which I've just noticed is very visible in this shot. Honestly, I didn't notice it till now. So yeah, seems to have me fooled that it's pretty good. They've added the brass bonnet, you love to see it. There also appears to be a fair amount of separately fitted detail on top of those side tanks, and obviously the whistles, so yeah, that's good to see. And even the moulded detail is pretty good. I mean, look at that machinery on the end of the side tanks. The wheels and the valve gear both looking very good. And for the price that I paid for it, I am just blown away by this model. There's just detail at every corner. But now it's time for a bit of a running test. Does the performance of this model live up to the standards of the detail? Let's take a look. Oh, it moved. Yeah, this having come in the post and not having run for a while probably, then it is going to take a little bit of sort of coaxing to get it to run properly. Oh, cogging a little bit. I wonder what type of motor it has. but it's definitely a lot smoother than that lemur. I think we're picking up slightly in running quality as we go. Give it a little bit of speed. Nice and quiet. Yep, I think that's okay. Oh, it's just stalled again. Yep, it's a lot slower than the lemur and a lot more reliable, but it does still have its issues being an older model and obviously a Bachmann. So yeah, I think I'm very happy with this model. Let's get it hooked up to some carriages and see how it looks pulling those around. Okay, so for this then I've chosen a rather appropriate train of 3 BR Chocolate and Cream Mark 1s, the kind of thing that these things would have pulled up sort of branch lines like the West Somerset. Small prairies were fairly common to see on that line. So yeah, let's see how she couples up. Okay, so there it is then. I'm gonna back her up a little bit. If we can get her to do that. Oh, jumped a little bit. Has that coupled properly? Ooh. Yep, I think it has. Okay, off she goes then. Go. Not great at the very slow speeds, not a great crawler, but definitely a very smooth runner otherwise. So yeah, while it can be funny to have a bit of an engine that causes issues, I think I prefer having one that's probably here to stay forever. Let me know in the comments what you think of your Bachmann Small Prairie if you have one, and tell me how they differ if they do, and if you think there's any sort of improvements that I should do to mine, like maybe, I don't know, add something, then recommend it in the comments. And I really hope you like the engine. See you soon. Bye bye.
And yes, before you ask, I tried it. As is the usual, they were slightly out of pace. Goodbye.